My name is Iman Rashad, and this video is about computer animation. A lot of times I get asked what it is I do. People are not really sure what it is. They just hear CA, computer animation. They don't really know what it's about. They think graphic design, or they just don't understand it. And this video is pretty much just to talk about computer animation and the difference of it between 2D and 3D, and the learning curves that I've seen as far as coming from 2D to 3D animation, and how I ultimately feel like 3D animation, computer animation, is just another tool. It's not like so different to us. It's just another art tool. It has its own learning curves, but I feel like it's all the same in the end. I hear a lot of people kind of debate between which one's better. They say 2D's, obsolete, and I pretty much feel like it's all the same. A lot of the best things I've seen have been art or animation that's actually had a mix of the two. When I first found out about computer animation, I was pretty much in awe. When I first saw Toy Story and a lot of movies Pixar made and DreamWorks made after that, I was in awe of it, and I just knew that that's something to do with animation is what I want to always do. And then I started learning at Full Sail, and it was quite a shock. So the learning curve from being a 100% traditional artist, and I've never ever seen a program like Maya in my life. When I first saw it, it was like, oh, wow. It was very hard to figure out what to do. It was all new. Seeing things like the graph editor for the first time was a huge learning curve, and learning how to use the graph editor was also a very big learning curve as opposed to traditional art. "2D animation is all about, how well you draw. It's all about, drawing and doing the characters proportionally, and everything's so natural, feeling organic. It's just totally different from 3D. Everything's about, knowing certain poses, how to make things read as motion and movement and the illusion of life to add to your pictures, add to your drawings and your characters, and having a consistent style when you're working with other people. Animation is something that's also very important in 2D, but it's not as much important in 3D. 3D animation, on the other hand, you don't have to worry about keeping your drawing style the same as if you're working with someone else who's animating the same character or animating in the same show. The characters are already however they look. That's how they look. They're created digitally. They're created like almost like a clay mesh. Like, it's geometry. You don't have to worry about drawing them from scratch every time. The character's fully fleshed out, and you can just focus on animating. And there's also subsets of people who specifically model characters, and subsets of people who specifically just animate. With 3D, there's no redrawing if you mess up. A lot of times in 2D, if you mess up something and don't realize till later, it may even mess up multiple frames. It could be 20, 30 frames that you've messed up because of one mistake earlier, and it could even be a lot more work to redraw 20, 30 frames of an animation that you messed up on. So that's one of the major benefits of doing 3D over 2D. whereas 3D does have a lot of benefits. It also has some learning curves that really make it difficult as far as getting natural movement out of a character rig, making it look natural. It doesn't move robotically because you're working with a program that is literally just math. So it's hard to get that artistic, organic feel to it. I think the true strength is knowing how to do both, and I've seen some of the best work in the animation field was things from other countries and all over the world that even had aspects of both. I've even seen things such as Invader Zim, where there's a 2D animated, it's like a flash animated cartoon, but there's aspects of the cartoon that's actually 3D. Certain areas, spaceships or cars, certain things are 3D, and I like the mix of that. Like it all ties into being art in the long run. In conclusion, I just wanted to pretty much do a video for this because I feel like animation is, to me, the greatest thing in the world, the greatest profession in the world, and to me the best expression of art, to actually have your art move and come alive. That's what I really love about animation.